As an unknown author once stated, a nurse is just another word to describe a person strong enough to tolerate anything and soft enough to understand anyone. Have you ever wondered what it's like to put others above yourself every day? As a nurse, you have to have a lot of love for helping people and more compassion than you could imagine. As a nursing student and a current CNA, I've experienced firsthand how demanding yet rewarding caring for other people is. Today we will talk about the qualities that are useful to be a nurse, what a nurse does on a day-to-day basis, and finally, career and specialty fields in nursing. Caroline Javis once disclosed that the character of a nurse is as important as the knowledge she possesses. You see, you could be one of the most intelligent people in the room, but if you do not have the qualities to be a successful nurse, you won't be successful. One of the most important qualities in a nurse is empathy, which according to Psychology Today is defined as the ability to recognize, understand, and share the thoughts and feelings of others. Empathy as a nurse means being able to put aside any predetermined judgments to ensure that all patients get the best care possible. Secondly, it is important for nurses to have emotional stability. Emotional stability is being able to remain stable and balanced in the face of a crisis. This does not mean that nurses don't show emotion or empathy, but they must be able to control those emotions to be able to focus on the task at hand. As a CNA, I have learned that emotional stability also means being able to compartmentalize your feelings. What I mean by that is nurses need to be able to leave their problems in home life at the door before they enter work because their patients are their top priority. Now that we have seen qualities that are essential for a nurse, let's see what a nurse does on a day-to-day basis. Being a nurse comes with a lot of responsibilities, including observing, performing exams, and doing treatments on a patient, educating and counseling families and their patients, and interpreting information to ensure necessary action is being taken. One of the many things that nurses do on a daily basis is observing, performing exams, and doing treatments on patients. The nurses and CNAs are the most common people to see the patients. Because of that, it is vital that they be able to observe the patient for abnormal behavior or reactions. Nurses also perform physical exams on patients to provide any objective data not already supplied. Finally, nurses give medication, perform wound dressings, and provide treatments that are directed by the doctors. Nurses are also responsible for the education and counseling of patients and their families. As the people who come in contact most with the patients, nurses are continually educating patients and their families about the risks and precautions of procedures, exams, and medications. Nurses also play a huge role in the counseling of patients and their families by listening and understanding their concerns, answering or solving the problem as best as they can, and being a shoulder to cry on when things get tough. Nurses also must be able to react to emergency situations quickly and be able to recognize common symptoms of different illnesses to ensure that the patient is being taken care of properly and effectively. It is vital in an emergency situation that the nurse knows all the information about the patient and makes logical conclusions from that information on what actions should be taken. Not only do nurses have the usual day-to-day responsibilities, but some nurses also have special responsibilities or specialties. There are many options of specialties for nurses to decide on. However, we will talk about 3 today: emergency nursing, anesthetic nursing, and travel nursing. Emergency or ER nurses are in high demand right now because of their unique qualities that allow them to thrive in traumatic situations. According to allnursingschools.com, ER nurses need to have completed their Associates of Nursing. However, it is preferred to have a Bachelor's in Nursing and these nurses generally make $79,000 annually. ER nurses need to be fast and efficient, have steady nerves, and have the ability to take on different tasks and situations daily. Because as an ER nurse, you never know what is going to come into your emergency room, and you have to be able to deal with pretty much anything. Secondly, anesthetic nursing requires extensive knowledge on medications and surgeries. According to allnursingschools.com, nurse anesthesiasts are responsible for administering and monitoring medications given to patients before, during, or after surgery. The schooling for nurse anesthesiasts is a BSN, and then it is required to get a master's in anesthetic nursing. The annual salary for the nurse anesthesiast is $170,000 a year. Travel nursing is also a very interesting career choice for the nurses who love to see the world. According to travelnursing.com, travel nurses provide a valuable resource to healthcare providers and facilities that are in need of temporary help or staff assistance. It is preferred that travel nurses have a BSN and 1 year experience in nursing prior to becoming a travel nurse. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics, they project that more than 1 million nurses are needed to meet the current demand, while nursing employment opportunities will continue to grow at a rate of 15% through the year 2026. Travel nurses also make a lot of money. Aside from their regular salary, often travel nurses get signing bonuses, travel reimbursement money, and they have housing provided from their company. With all things considered, nursing is an essential job that takes a special kind of person to be successful. Nurses are full of empathy, understanding, which both work hand in hand to ensure that the patient is taken care of both physically and mentally. Nurses use all of those qualities on a daily basis to help counsel families, distribute medications, and do treatments, and be able to react in emergency situations efficiently. There are many types of nurses, however, the ones that we talked about today are ER nurses, nurse anesthesiasts, and travel nurses. All of these require BSNs or prefer BSNs, however, they all have specific medical focuses that make them very different. As I leave you today, I urge you to evaluate if you could fit into the nursing field. Remember, when thinking about that, every nurse was drawn to nursing because of a desire to care, to serve, or to help. Thank you.